Good morning, soccer fans, and welcome to Providence Day School in Mosaic Field at Overcash Stadium and the final day of the annual Queen City Showcase. The Queen City Showcase features 8 different high school girls soccer teams, public and private, who compete in 7 contests over 3 days. All the showcase's gate proceeds, sponsorship, and donations will benefit the Gift of Soccer and U.S. Soccer's Passback program. The Gift of Soccer partner with U.S. Soccer Federation to collect new and gently used soccer equipment to support local communities. When we have excess equipment, we funnel through the national level and support a more global audience. The program provides for opportunity that allows local soccer families to reach out and connect to their community. This is a great way to teach children and families how to become self-aware of their fortunes and move to become more involved in their communities. Since its inception in 2002, the U.S. Soccer Foundation Passback program has collected and distributed almost 800,000 pieces of soccer gear. There always is more to be done. So all of the proceeds from the Queen City Showcase are going to support that Passback program. All right, so this morning, if you're choosing to do Queen City morning as opposed to Premier League morning, welcome. We have 2 perennially strong teams from the Charlotte region playing against each other today, Audrey Cal and Providence Day. In their first games of the showcase, Audrey Cal lost to Charlotte Latin 2-0, and Providence Day beat Myers Park High School 7-1, a fairly surprising result in terms of the total number of goals scored by the Chargers. We'll be getting ready to do lineups and national anthem shortly.
I have a little problem. I've lost my clock.
You mean you can't find it showing up on the screen right now?
Well, no, in the bottom left is your, I know it's showing up, but I don't have it down here to start it.
See if you can find that. This is Ted Dixon and Melissa Dixon on the production today. The referees today, Gabrielle Rivera is in the middle, and Keena and Jonah Harward are on the lines, father-son team. All right, we are now ready to do the starting lineups for Audrey Cal. Starting in goal, number 0, Caroline McSweeney, senior. The sophomore forward, number 2, Mina Sanguin. Sophomore midfielder, number 3, Anna Henkel. Freshman forward, number 5, Maddie Vetchnik. Midfielder, Ellie Riekman, number 6. Freshman forward, number 7, Michaela Rodriguez. Sophomore forward, number 10, Kelly Tarpley. Senior forward, number 11, Maddie Montgomery. Senior midfielder, number 12, Avery Richards. Junior midfielder, number 14, Ellie Newman. And junior midfielder, number 17, Grace Myers. It's a fairly young team for Audrey Cal. And now for the Providence Day Chargers. Starting in goal, we have number 1, Molly Deblitz, sophomore. Sophomore number 2, Kelsey Hart. Junior number 3, Jada McGrew. Junior number 4, Brooklyn Jensen. Freshman number 6, Ray DePhillips. Senior number 7, KK Hart. Senior number 10, senior number 10, Kate Cater. Junior number 17, Blaine McElroy. Junior number 19, Leah Zimmer. Sophomore number 22, Devin McElroy. And sophomore number 24, Abby Goldine. See, we got a few watchers already. We'll be monitoring the chat, so if you have any questions during the game, you can let us know.
We'll have to give you updates on time on the clock because I can't get it to come up on here.
All right. Audrey Cal Knights are coached by Kim Montgomery, assisted by Heather Freeland. Sydney Frankel's the JV coach. And the Chargers are coached by Dan Dudley, assisted by Ashley Liberto and Chris Dungacker. All right. So again, all the proceeds from this are going to the U.S. Soccer Pass Back program. As we said earlier, this is always a big matchup between these two, as was the matchup between Mars Park and Providence Day the other day. Audrey Kell's best player graduated early, Taylor Suarez, and headed to Florida State to start practicing with them already. But they're still going to be a strong team. Both teams are really only starting a couple seniors. I think, Audrey Cal is starting 3 seniors. Providence Day is starting 2 seniors. So both teams, although strong, are relatively young. The captains for Audrey Cal are Mina Sanguin and Maddie Montgomery, who are both forwards, a sophomore and a senior. Chargers have 4 captains. Junior Leah Zimmer, Junior Blaine McElroy, Senior KK Hart, and Senior Kate Cater. All right. We're still working on getting our clock to work on the screen, so I believe the one in the bottom left corner will be accurate, even though the one at the top will not.
Correct. I have lost ability to start the clock or add score.
Oh, well, interesting. Huh.
That's what, when I clicked the overlay, that's what the correct thing went up, but the left box changed.
We may have to send you upstairs to see if we can get a...
I know.
Audrey Cal will have the kickoff. All right, game on. That was back to Grace Myers. Long kick forward. That's picked up by Michaela Rodriguez. Rodriguez is trying to work outside on Goldine. Nice through ball. That was to Avery Richards. She tries to cross. Molly Deblitz picks up the cross. Deblitz clears outside to Kelsey Hart. Starting the back here. That was McGrew to Hart. And that was out of bounds. Good effort on the part of Maddie Montgomery, senior forward, to keep it in, but that'll be a Chargers throw-in. Long throw by Kelsey Hart, knocked out of bounds by Grace Myers. Kelsey Hart with a long throw again. That's going to be a foul on Michaela Rodriguez. Rada Phillips, freshman Rada Phillips, who's starting at the holding midfielder, was fouled. Moving a freshman in the starting lineup this early in the season is pretty impressive, but Ray has played very well. Up to Devin McElroy, back to Abby Goldine. She tries to reverse field all the way over to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey has a little bit of space there. Chargers do a good job reversing the field. She goes down the line looking for Jada McGrew. Nice first touch by Jada McGrew. That was forward to Blaine McElroy. Blaine was called offsides on a little flip forward from Jada. And that'll be a free kick for the Knights. Number 14, Ellie Newman's going to take that. Good ball skills there by Mina Sanguin. She goes back to Kelly Tarpley. Looked for Grace Myers in the middle. Good pressure here by the Chargers. That's a good through ball to Maddie Montgomery. Maddie Montgomery get that forward to Ellie Reichman, but it was a nice step in by Rada Phillips. Chargers take over. Devin McElroy. Devin tries to go through two players. Lost possession. DePhillips gets it back. Coming to Brooklyn Jensen. Back to DePhillips. Back to Cater. Chargers doing a nice job of playing the way they're facing. Jada McGrew unable to control that pass forward from KK Hart. That's going to be a Chargers throw-in off of Mina Sanguin. We realize, by the way, that we may be slightly ahead of the action on the commentary. We're working on that, but that probably will not get fixed for today. They're going to call a foul on that. I think that's going to, I'm not sure if he's calling a throw-in or the foul. I think he's calling the foul. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Yep. It's going to be, he's calling the throw-in, or what is he calling? He did call a throw-in. Nope. No. All right. It was a foul. It's a little bit unclear, but Dan Dudley clarified that. Kate Cater's coming up to take it. She goes right forward to Kelsey Hart. Hart tries to look for KK, but that was a dangerous pass and intercepted by Grace Myers. A little bit of pressure there from AK, but cleared out by Brooklyn Jensen. Kind of a high throw there. Mina Sanguin tries to get it back. Intercepted by Blaine McElroy. Forward towards Leah Zimmer. Leah is able to continue possession. Tries to go forward to Blaine. Falls through. Blaine has it. Blaine goes through a couple players. Blaine still has it. Goes wide to Goldine. Goldine looks to the middle to KK Hart. KK Hart to Devin McElroy. And no call on that. Fans wanted a call for the push in the back. Dan Dudley is smiling on the sidelines. I suspect that was not called because he thought Devin went down too easily, despite the push. Nice play by Devin on that sideline, but it went off of her, and that'll be a throw-in. I can't see the right back's number over there.
When you were down there, did the field seem slippery at all? Was it still really wet?
It's still pretty wet. Couldn't tell about slipperiness, but it's definitely still wet. Blaine McElroy
3,
has
it looks like they're...
3 is the right back?
Yeah.
Okay. Keke Hart back to Abby Goldine. Able to reverse the ball all the way to Kelsey Hart. Nice ball. She tried to go forward to Jada McGrew. McGrew is not able to control it. Good defensive play by Mina Sanguine. Who are the two center backs for them? Can you see that?
Yep. Yeah.
6 is one of them. Kate Cater back up to McGrew.
Maybe? No, hold on.
Not able to control that.
No.
It might be 6-5, and then actually I don't know whether 6 is playing
That's
center back
14.
or that's
10, 14,
5 and 3. Okay. Blaine McElroy's able to control that. They're calling there's some question here about what the call was. Okay, they're calling a foul there on AK. There's a little bit of lack of communication there, or lack of understanding between the referee and the linesperson. But that will be a free kick. Kelsey Hart's coming up to take it. Chargers lining up by the back post. Puts it up in the air, back post. Cleared up. Brooklyn Jensen, nice job stepping in on number 11, Maddie Montgomery, to keep the ball from turning into a breakaway. Good battle in the center. Ray to Phillips versus Field over to Kelsey Hart. Looking forward for her sister KK Hart. I think the Chargers, wasn't okay. They won a throw in. I thought they were going to win a corner there, but the ball never went out. Kelsey Hart's coming up to take the throw. Short throw and then long kick in by Kelsey Hart. McGrew's trying to get to it. Tarpley heads it up. Blaine McElroy's fighting for it on where it landed. And then that's cleared out by Grace Myers. Kate Cater then clears that out of bounds. We're up to 22 people watching Premier League mornings here, or Queen City soccer mornings. Tarpley getting ready on the throw. That was headed forward by Sanguine. De Phillips gets it back towards Abby Goldine. Abby turns to go outside and then reverses back to Jensen. Chargers have been tending to go up the right side so far. Kate Cater looks for Leah Zimmer. Leah's able to control it. Over to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey is pressured by Sanguine. Goes back to Kate Cater. Kate, nice ball reversal all the way over to Abby Goldine. Abby was looking forward there for KK Hart. Comes to Blaine McElroy.
One of these.
Blaine turns it. Cleared forward to Abby Goldine.
When I clicked the overlay to go up, it took away the clock and score.
And that's dangerous there, but deflected back to the goalie. Caroline McSweeney comes out and makes a nice play. We're working on trying to fix the clock here, as you could hear. We got about 30 minutes left. Sanguine tries to reverse the ball. Nice play into space by Avery Richards. Brooklyn Jensen goes forward to Devin McElroy. Back to Jensen. Chargers trying to move into space here. Nice long ball over Mia Sanguine's head to Kelsey Hart. She deflects it forward to Leah Zimmer. Leah has space. Closing from behind is Ellie Newman. She crosses it, falls to Blaine McElroy. Blaine's able to pivot, blocked. Blaine's still trying to get it. Blaine's still fighting for it. Good persistent. She tried to cross it over towards Jada McGrew. Cleared out, but Kelsey Hart clears it back in. Good shot pressure by the Chargers here, and then Sanguin is able to clear it high up to Kate Cater, who misplays it a little bit, allowing Montgomery a chance to get in there, but Rada Phillips comes back and cleans up back to Abby Goldine. Perfect defensive midfield play there. Goldine carrying it up. Chargers have great play from their wingbacks. That was Blaine to KK Hart. Good coverage back. Leah Zimmer gets it over to KK Hart. KK Hart goes outside to Kelsey. Kelsey goes down to Leah Zimmer. She crosses. That falls to McGrew. Blaine's able to get a shot on goal and a save by McSweeney. Not a lot of pressure on that shot. We're just going to go with the scoreboard in the bottom left.
No, I got it. I'm just waiting for it to get down to 28.
Okay. Coach Oliver, our resident boss/expert, came to try to help fix the clock on the screen. So we'll see if it shows up around 28 minutes.
Here's what's weird. Okay, let's clear this. It's not showing the clock.
Yeah, it's not showing yet, but we still have the clock in the bottom left rather. Now the clock showed up, or the score showed up.
Yeah, but I don't know why the clock's not.
That's all right.
There.
We still have the clock in the bottom left. Abby Goldine carrying it up. Got space, got a lot of space again. Outside backs working as wing backs into that space. Devin McElroy not able to control the first touch. Ellie Reichman came over. Brooklyn Jensen steps up. Goldine comes back and gets it. Actually, that was McElroy that came back and got it, I think. Foul called on Rada Phillips against Avery Richards. And that'll be a free kick for AK. Chargers have had more possession and more pressure, but have not had a real strong effort on goal yet. Neither team really has had a strong effort on goal yet. Long pass, headed into the middle, headed over by Kate Cater. KK Hart tries to get rid of it. That's a couple nice plays by Maddie Vechnik. That's headed forward by Grace Myers. Leah Zimmer keeps it in. Leah sits down on the bench almost for a second there. Pass back to Deblitz. Deblitz goes back to Cater. Cater over to Kelsey Hart. Hart to Blaine McElroy. Blaine's able to get it down the sideline towards Jada McGrew. Jada's 1v1 with Tarpley. Tarpley knocks it out. Jada picks it up. Tries to look for the quick throw, and instead leaves it for Kelsey Hart. Long throw towards Blaine. Blaine trying to control it, and that's kicked out of bounds again by Grace Myers. Myers has been doing a good job in the midfield, winning possession for the Knights. That was forward by Kelsey Hart, but right to Tarpley, who clears it long. Deblitz comes out. Chargers trying to space the field over to Kate Cater. Kate goes up to KK Hart, running into that space. KK turns, and that's a giveaway to Ellie Reichman. Up to Sanguin, back to Reichman. Over to Richards. That's the first really tough shot on goal. Another sort of shot cross, and AK scores. The assist was to number 2. The goal was not totally clear yet, although they're all mobbing her. There's some discussion here. I think there's an injury.
The goalie.
Molly Deblitz looks like she's hurt. Was that scored by 17?
I lost her in the grouping.
or 7. I think it was
I think
scored
it
by
was.
7.
I think it was 7.
It was an assist by Sanguin and a goal scored by Michaela Rodriguez. The trainer is looking at Molly Deblitz's hand. I think she got stepped on in that sequence. Referee's coming over here. Referee's talking to the linesperson and talking to their coach. He may be calling off the goal. Let's see what happens here. There's some discussion going on about the goal and lack of goal. I think they're saying that it looks to me like he's telling the Ardrey Cal coach that the ball was kicked out of the goalie's hands when she was in possession. The fact that the Ardrey Cal coach is not looking very happy indicates it may be waved off. That's Kim Montgomery. This is going to test Melissa's ability to delete scores as well, if that's the case. Well, we don't know yet what's happening. Yep. Goal is waved off. That was at 24:43, right? That whole sequence. You might make a note of that. Deblitz is going back on after being worked on. And that's going to be a free kick for the Chargers from the goal. So I think that must have been the call, that Deblitz had possession and was run into by the player. That's the only way that makes sense. It does make sense. There was some question about that at the time. I think Ardrey Cal is going to be pretty unhappy with that. That should be a goal kick for the Chargers. Abby Goldine knocked it off of Maddie Montgomery. Now I don't know what's going on here.
I know.
Referee is carding the coach. Referee just carded the AK's coach.
At 24:15.
And I think that happened because the linesperson coming out and telling the referee what was being yelled. Dan Dudley's over talking to AK's assistant. Don't know what that's about. Dan is always charming in his English accent, so they both seem to be smiling. Dan knows all these coaches from lots of different places.
Lots of discussion going on over there.
Yeah, this is this is like when it's 100 degrees halfway through the half timeout, except it's not 100 degrees. 40-something.
It's a lot better weather than last night, though.
We're up to 25 people watching on Queen City Mornings. Yeah. Miss Mixon is here this morning after being here last night for lacrosse. All right. We're going to try again here. Molly goes a little deeper that time. It was deflected forward off of Devin McElroy and goes out of bounds. That'll be AK ball. This photographer on the other side acting as ball boy. Abby Goldine is not able to keep that in, but good defense. Anna Hinkle coming up for the throw. Headed forward by Grace Myers. Cleared back up by the Chargers. Ball falls to Blaine McElroy's feet. And that goes out of bounds. If you haven't watched one of our broadcasts yet this year, junior Blaine McElroy is committed to Purdue. Senior KK Hart is going to play at Tulsa next year. And junior Jada McGrew has committed to
Florida State.
ACC and national champions Florida State, where she'll play with Taylor Suarez, who went from Charlotte Christian to AK and now to Florida State.
Early, right? A semester early?
Yeah. Tarpley with the throw. McGrew gets it forward. Leah Zimmer is not able to keep it in. Tarpley with the long throw. Whoop, two Chargers run into it. Mina Sanguin with the long through ball. Brooklyn Jensen takes charge, clears it out. Sanguin gives in to Tarpley, and Tarpley had a long throw last time. We'll see what happens here.
So field, it says it's 47 and cloudy and feels like 44 and damp.
Not quite as bad as the cold monsoon last night, but still pretty cold. Tarpley gets it forward. It kind of spins off some charges there. Abby Goldeen's able to clear it into the middle. Ellie Riekman trying to drive. She does and shoots on Deblitz. Deblitz gets it under pressure from Michaela Rodriguez. Outside to Kelsey Hart. Leah Zimmer's trying to control it forward, not able to. Since AK scored that goal, they've been controlling possession more here. Scored the goal that was disallowed. That's why it's not showing up on your screen. Avery Richards in the midfield. She's played well in the midfield. Now Abby Goldeen has it. Abby taking space again. Great attacking wingbacks on the Chargers. Abby looks forward. Cleared out, but cleared right to Blaine. Blaine shoots a long shot, and that's saved by Caroline McSweeney. That probably was the strongest shot the Chargers have had yet, I think. Was that the first shot?
No. It's the second.
Second shot. Battle in the midfield. Blaine McElroy ends up with it. She's trying to send Jada McGrew with a through ball. Can Jada get to that? Jada's got the speed to get to that. She does. Keeps it in. 1v1 with Tarpley. Nice. Tries to get the nice cross over to Leah, but it blocked. Kelsey Hart is able to intercept it because of Jada intervening. Kate Carter steps up. Kate Cater steps up, gets it forward. Nobody's on Blaine. Blaine drives into space. A little bit of a defensive misdirection there. And that is, I believe,
corner.
Cleared out. Yeah. McElroy to McElroy. Devin was not happy, but that was cleared. Well played on the defense by the Knights. That'll be a corner for the Chargers. Blaine McElroy takes the corners from this side. Meanwhile, Dan Dudley's over here talking to Molly Deblitz.
Looks like Grace White is going to go in.
Long corner that falls to McGrew. And they're going to call a foul. I think they're going to say that, KK Hart interfered with the goalie. So that'll be a free kick. KK Hart has done a good job the last couple games cleaning up on loose balls in the box. That kick falls all the way through to KK Hart. She goes outside to Devin McElroy. Devin goes down the sideline towards Blaine McElroy. Blaine with a nice dummy. Blaine drives the box. Good defense. And then long clear, but Kelsey Hart's able to intercept it over to Ray DePhillips. DePhillips goes outside to McElroy. Abby Goldeen. Blaine McElroy's muscled off of it. Good defensive play. AK have numbers here. Long outside. That's going to be too far for Michaela Rodriguez on the pass from Avery Richards. All right, so Grace White's coming in. Yesterday when this happened, Ray DePhillips went out, and then Kelsey Hart switched to either Kelsey or Grace will take the defensive midfield. Looks like Grace is going to stay in the defensive midfield here. Good minutes there by Ray DePhillips to start the game in that defensive midi position. And we also had two players subbing in. It looks like I think that was Sanguine and Montgomery who came out. So that's two people subbing in up front. Brooke Watts was one. I missed the other. Ashley Armbruster maybe 15 and 16.
I missed it because my little post is in the way.
We're not going to complain about being inside given the weather, but our vision is a little bit restricted. Blaine, nice pivot by Blaine. Tries to go a through ball looking for Jaden McGrew. And good sliding clear out of bounds by Ellie Newman. Under pressure from Jaden McGrew. And ball is deep enough that Devon's going to take the throw. Looks for her sister, headed out. Abby Goldine gets it back to Devon. Devon's going to get another throw, except Abby will take this one. Cleared out by Anna Hinkle. Abby into Blaine, who was holding space. Blaine to Devon. Devon's 1v3 there. Back to Abby, who can't keep it in. Dan Dudley will want them to move that ball faster so they don't get into the 1v3 situations. Devon's able to kick that away up to KK Hart. Knocked over from behind, no call. Back to Molly Deblitz. Molly goes outside to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey's under pressure from Avery Richards. Avery Richards was the quick throw in looking for Rodriguez. Brooklyn Jensen comes over to clear it out. Got some another Charger warming up to go in. That might be Ayla Johnson. She hasn't taken her penny off yet. That was Tarpley with the throw-in. KK Hart's able to intercept it. Goes over to McGrew. McGrew is 1v2 on Tarpley and others looking for space. Goes to the middle. Nice ball skills by McGrew. She still has it in space. Now she's 1v2. Still able to maintain possession. She goes over to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey goes back to McGrew, who's got space again. This time she looks this side for Blaine, trying to look through. And then KK Hart. We've got a lot of bodies going down there when 7 and 17. Is that Blaine that took that away? I can't see that corner.
She kept it from going all over the end line.
Great play by Blaine, who's now down the ground. And offsides. Come on, Blaine. Get up and get on sides. We got possession. Leah Zimmer's able to get it. Looks like we're starting to get a student section over there. I see Liam Hettinger heading that way. All right, Abby Goldine takes it away. Good ball skills. She goes up to KK Hart. Hart tries to cross that towards McGrew. Tarpley knocks it away. Devon is able to keep it in. Devon McElroy. She crosses it back to the middle, and that's cleared out by Grace Myers. Grace Myers has it knocked away by KK Hart. Kelsey Hart running on. She's under pressure. Goes down the sideline towards Leah Zimmer. Leah had Blaine. Not able to get it through fast enough, and Kelsey Hart's going to have the throw. Oh, Kelsey Hart's coming out. Ayla Johnson's taking over. And then going out for AK is Ashley Armbruster. That's forward to Blaine McElroy. Blaine gets it over to KK Hart in the middle. KK Hart's under pressure from 17, able to keep space. That's been a good battle between 7 and 17 there. That's forward to McGrew, not able to control it. Now she does. She goes back to Grace White. Over to Abby Goldine, over to Devon. Nice step in by Anna Hinkle for the Knights. But Goldine beats them down the end lines, able to try to cross that, and that should be a corner for the Chargers. Deflected out by the defender. Yep. Ayla Johnson took over the right back position from Kelsey Hart. She moves into the safety position. Brooklyn Jensen moves against the outside striker, and it looks like Devin McElroy is going to take the corner to the side short corner. That's Blaine, sorry. Blaine goes back to KK Hart. KK Hart wins another corner. Blaine will come over to take it. On this side, often when Blaine has it, they'll do short corners. Sometimes Devin does the long corners this side, but we'll see what happens this time. This looks like a long corner. Blaine into the middle. Jaden McGrew tried to head it, falls down. A little bit of confusion there on the part of the Knights. That's going to be a foul on Grace White. Nope, no foul called. Now we've got Grace White against number 7, Michaela Rodriguez for the Knights. Grace wins it out of bounds, and that's a throw-in for Maddie Vechnik. Vechnik tries to throw it long. Ayla Johnson steps in. Good comeback by Leah Zimmer to win the ball, and that's going to be out of bounds. Chargers throw. Leah Zimmer doing a good job there on the pressure. KK Hart back to Ayla Johnson. Ayla Johnson, nice long ball up. Not usually what the Chargers do, but looking for some space there. KK Hart's able to win that to Blaine McElroy. Blaine looked for McGrew. They were a little bit of miscommunication as to where she was going. And Blaine chases after the ball, tries to win it back. Ayla Johnson chests that. Their coach wanted a handball.
She turned her right shoulder.
Yeah, I think it was a shoulder ball more than an arm ball. Johnson trying to control it. Able to get that through towards KK Hart, but it fell to Grace Myers. And now the Knights have some space, but that long ball is going to go all the way through to Molly Deblitz. A little under 11 minutes first half. Well-played game so far. Not a ton of chances. Headed forward by Brooklyn Jensen, Devin McElroy, to Blaine McElroy, to Devin McElroy. They're saying that was out of bounds. And a Henkel with the throw down the sideline. That was Ashley Armbruster, I believe, trying to get possession. KK Hart takes it away over to Leah Zimmer. Leah's 1v1 here. She goes back to Ayla Johnson. Ayla Johnson, nice ball down towards Blaine McElroy. That was a good ball by Johnson. Blaine tries to get it through to KK Hart, and then it's cleared out by Avery Richards. Chargers have not been too far off on those through balls. Just haven't quite connected. Looks like Leah Zimmer is coming out and Devin McElroy is coming out.
Here comes Zach.
And 9 and 16, I believe, are going in for the Chargers. So I think that's Zoe Hargraves and Kenji Hedglick. Throw in by Ayla Johnson. Ball falls out to Avery Richards. Good clear, but headed back up by Kate Cater. That was, I believe, Hedglick. We have to make sure we confirm the turquoise cleats there.
What
is that? Turquoise cleats that just came in? Is that 16, Kenji?
Yes.
Okay. Abby Goldeen's going to take this free kick from the side. Nice ball on net.
Oh.
Chargers.
Jada headed that, I think.
Yeah, I think Jada and Blaine were both there, but not able to get it on net. Good ball. Checking back in for the Knights is Kiana Rodriguez. I think we have a lot of siblings on the Knights. There's a lot of similar back names, last names. Kick in the middle from the Knights goalie. KK Hart steps in, falls to Blaine McElroy. Nice pass through to Jada McGrew. Jada McGrew has space, scores. Tarpley tried to knock her off the ball, but that's shoulder to shoulder.
Let's see. A foul.
Yeah, it looks like the linesperson called a foul. That was called by the linesperson. Both sides now have had goals that are been called off. That was shoulder to shoulder, but I couldn't tell if it was shoulder to back from my angle or what the call was. But referee has called off a goal for each team. KK Hart trying to get it through, and that's a long ball. Brooklyn Jensen heads it outside towards Ayla Johnson. Ayla's pressured. Nice play by Ayla to knock it off of Maddie Montgomery and get possession for the Chargers. That was Jada McGrew showing her strength. I think she'll, in college, that will not be waved off. There's Kenji coming over to try to get possession there, unsuccessfully. Tarpley with the throw. Ayla Johnson goes forward. KK Hart has space. KK Hart using that space, tries to send Zoe. Zoe Hargraves is not able to beat the goalie to the ball. Dan Dudley is having a tactical discussion with his assistant coaches. KK Hart goes forward to Grace Myers. Myers has played well in the midfield. Tarpley long clear. That's going to fall to Molly Deblitz. Brooklyn Jensen has it outside over to Abby Goldine. Quick pressure. Abby tried to get to KK Hart, but that's a giveaway to Avery Richards. Nice block there by Grace White. Blaine McElroy trying to win it along with Kenji. Kenji had it out looking outside for KK Hart, but that's won back by Ellie Riekman. Grace White steps in again. Back to KK Hart. Chargers running into each other. Blaine McElroy has it. Blaine goes outside to Ayla Johnson. Ayla goes back to Jada McGrew. Knocked that aside by Tarpley. That Tarpley-McGrew battle has been a battle all game. I think Tarpley wasn't happy with the shoulder from McGrew on the goal.
I'm surprised that he hasn't moved Jada over the other side.
Which he sometimes does. McGrew is able to get away from that player. Looks for the long through ball towards Zoe. Can Zoe get there? I think there's... Chargers thought that Zoe had won a corner, but she was not able to. Mina Sanguin checking back in for the Knights and moving number 12 back, Avery Richards back into more of a holding role where she takes over from Grace Myers, who's done a good job in there. Nice head forward. Kate Cater steps in. Nice clearance up to Jada McGrew. Jada goes back to Grace. Grace is able to turn, get it back to Brooklyn Jensen. A lot of pressure. Michaela Rodriguez is all over the field trying to pressure there. Ayla Johnson has it. Ayla with the throw towards Blaine. Shouldered forward. Blaine has it. Blaine turns. Blaine's trying to maintain possession. Good defense by number 5, Maddie Vechnik, but they're calling a foul on her. Kate Cater comes up to get ready to the free kick. This is close enough that it could be like a corner. Yep, played like a corner in the middle. Jada McGrew heads it up. Not able to get it on net or to a teammate, and that'll be a goal kick for the Knights. So we got under 4 minutes left in the first half. Each team has had a goal waved off by the referee. One was more contentious than the other and led to a yellow card for Audrey Kell's coach, but result the same, 0-0 near the end of the first half. That's headed up in the air, battle for it. KK Hart is able to spin. Back to Abby Goldine. Hargraves trying to get it. and that's deflected off of the Audrey Kell defender. I think that was off of number 9, Kiana Rodriguez, freshman. Abby Goldine tries the long throw, unsuccessfully stepped in. Good holding by Michaela Rodriguez. That's forward to Mina Sanguin. Back to Kiana Rodriguez. Through ball, that should be offsides. Yep.
No, just calling it out, a bounce.
No, not sure. Yeah, maybe he just called it out of bounds. He had the flag up before the ball went out of bounds, so that was a little bit unclear. Let's see what he calls.
You can call that a bounce.
Abby with the long throw, deflected forward by Hargraves. Blaine McElroy, no, sorry, that was Kenzie. That's able to head it forward again. Kenzie trying to get space. They're calling that out of bounds off of her, and Anna Henkel with the throw. Pressure by Abby Goldine. Henkel clears it up forward. Kate Cater steps in. Dangerous 2v1 here now. Montgomery has it. She goes over it, and Abby Goldine comes back and covers. Nice play by Abby Goldine. Good speed to come back and cover. And is this their first corner of the game?
It is, yep.
Knight's first corner of the game. Not sure who's going to take it.
12, it looks like.
Well, 12 and 7 are both heading over there. Avery Richard and Michaela Rodriguez. Looks like Avery Richards is going to take it. Got about a minute left in the first half. This is a big moment here for the Knights and the Chargers. Molly Deblitz directing Grace White to take an open player. That's a low corner. Cleared out by the Chargers. Henkel tries to get it back in. Cleared out again by Blaine McElroy. Long ball hidden again by Maddie Vetchnik. That's also dangerous. Montgomery got it, but Deblitz cleaned up. Good play by Deblitz. Ayla Johnson has to go down the sideline. It's deflected high. Quick throw in there by Kenzie. No, sorry, that wasn't Kenzie. That was Blaine. Sometimes I'm ponytail challenged. 25 seconds left. I think that AK is going to take their time, look at the ball, look at the logo on the ball, see what's happening. Not even sure they're going to take this. They're certainly waiting until 10 seconds left. Ellie Newman goes forward with it. Headed inside. Kate Cater is able to clear it, and that should be the half. All right, so at the half, score is 0-0. Are the stats on the scoreboard correct, Melissa?
They are. This is a much closer game.
Each team has 4 shots. Chargers have 3 corners to Audrey Kell's 1, and each team has 3 saves. Each team also scored a goal that was waved off by the referee. In the about 24-43, the Knights scored, and the referee waved it off, saying that Molly Deblitz was kicked. The ball was kicked out of her possession, I believe, setting up the goal. And then the Chargers had a goal waved off. Jada McGrew shouldered down the defender in the box, and the referee called it, I assume he meant shoulder to the back as opposed to shoulder to shoulder. All right, we will take a quick break for halftime.
Well, wait, you forgot one other thing. At 24-15, the Knights coach got yellow carded.
Because of disputing the goal being waved off. Mm-hmm. All right, so we've had up to 30 people watching Queen City Mornings here on the Providence Day Sports Network. We will mute ourselves for a couple minutes. You can go get a snack or get a new cup of coffee. We'll be back on in 9 minutes. All right, welcome back from half. Hopefully you got your coffee or your breakfast and you're ready to start watching again. Got just a few seconds left in the half. A very even first half. Chargers had a slight advantage on corners, but each side had same number of shots, 4, same number of saves, 3, and a goal overturned by the referees. Again, the first one that was overturned seemed to be more controversial because the referee was taking his time checking on the goalie and the injury before going over and explaining to the Audrey Kell coach that it was not a goal before waving it off. Second one he waved off immediately, calling the foul on Jada McGrew. Chargers are dancing to the music in the huddle.
Trying to stay warm, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right, we've got Zach coming on to do color.
All right. Nice of you to show up at halftime, Zach.
Hey, you have to give him a break. He was running.
Yeah, what was your time, Zach? 22?
A little. Cooper ran 22, so and he normally runs like 19, so.
So would you run 24?
26.
26. Okay, that's
Not
all right.
bad.
You broke 30.
Mm-hmm.
At my age,
cold.
breaking 30 for a 5K would be, it's a good normal thing. Trying to break 60 for a 10K.
My best, and I haven't run very many, was like 27. But I haven't run very many of those.
Of course, you're a little younger than us, so, you ought to be going a little faster. So I don't know, Zach, having just got here, just as a quick reminder, everybody, 0-0 game at the half. Each team in the goal waved off. Audrey Kell's goal was waved off a little more controversially, saying that the goalie was interfered with when she had possession.
Oh.
And the Providence Day goal was waved off, calling a foul on Jada McGrew, who argued shoulder to shoulder when she knocked over the defender, but the referee saw it differently.
Yeah, so the people upstairs were not sure why the AK goal was waved off.
That's why it was waved off, and then the AK coach was not happy about it and was yellow carded.
Oh, wow.
So that was that was more controversial, primarily because it was not an immediate whistle. That probably took about a minute and a half for him to go through the whole process of waving it off.
It's been a pretty even game, I see.
Yeah, very even.
4 shots, 3 saves apiece, both teams.
Be interesting. The Chargers actually got more pressure when they Chargers have got a new formation here. We'll work on that in a second, I think. Let's see. The Chargers got more pressure when they did long through balls, which is against their normal operating status. So we'll see if that was part of a halftime adjustment. Ball falls to Leah Zimmer. Leah 1v1 with the defender. Anna Henkel played well first half. Leah gets by her here. Leah's still by her in space, looking for the left-footed cross. She does cross. The goalie doesn't take it. Falls to McGrew. McGrew tries to go over to KK Hart. Really good defense by number 17, Grace Myers, who played great in the first half. McGrew tries to drive the end line and goes a little too far out of bounds. That McGrew-Tarpley battle on the far side has been a really good battle to watch, Zach. Kind of surprised that Mrs. Dixon pointed this out earlier, that Dan Dudley sometimes switches the sides of the two forwards. So we're sort of surprised he hasn't switched Jada over to the left to see if what that would do to the defensive lineup. Goal kick headed forward by Devin McElroy. I'm going to say that was out of bounds off of Devin. Good boxing out by Ellie Reekman. Henkel goes forward with it. Grace White steps in. Goes outside to Kelsey Hart. This is essentially the starting lineup, except that Grace is in for Rada Phillips. Blaine goes down the side towards KK Hart. She's able to keep it in. Nice long cross. Zimmer was there, falls, and Blaine McElroy is not able to chest that in. So that's the first vulnerability AK's goalie has shown, is on a couple high balls. She has not attacked them. both on that cross from Leah Zimmer on that ball. So that's an interesting thing to watch here. Montgomery with the kick, falls to Blaine McElroy. She gets to Zimmer. Zimmer looks forward to Devin McElroy. Can Devin keep that in? She does on Henkel. That's going to be a goal kick. Devin not able to control it. No, it's a goal kick. Yeah. So Henkel, the two outside backs, Henkel and Harpley, have played very well for AK.
What do you think the advantage for the Chargers is if they do indeed switch Jada with Devin?
Either if it would force the two defenders, if they want to keep Tarpley and Jada, it would force the two defenders to switch sides, and they wouldn't be on their normal side, and that's not able to be kept in there by Rodriguez. So if the defenders switch sides, then they're off-sided, so that could potentially be an issue for them. If the defenders don't switch sides, then Jada would have a definite size advantage on Henkel. So, and it's something he's done several times this year, switch them back and forth. So that's why we would not be surprised if it happened. Chargers throw, Kelsey Hart with it. It falls to Blaine McElroy. Blaine goes over to Grace White. White goes up to Abby Goldine, a little bit behind her, but she maintains possession. Goes to Blaine. Blaine with a nice turn. Blaine crosses it over to Kelsey Hart. Again, Chargers wingbacks are dangerous here. Kelsey tries to go forward towards Leah Zimmer, and that's kicked out of bounds by Ellie Newman. I'm pronouncing her name Ellie. It's kind of spelled Eli, but I think it's Ellie.
Also might be a typo.
Yeah, I don't know. Blaine turns. Blaine has a left foot over to KK Hart. KK looked at outside towards Leah Zimmer, but it was cleared out by the defender. Kelsey Hart has it. Back to KK. KK, that's got Blaine going through.
Oh.
That's going to be a foul.
Oh.
Blaine is not only fouled on that, she looks injured. That should be a PK for the Chargers. It's that foul on number 6.
Number 5.
Number 5. Maddie Vetchnik. And Maddie Vetchnik didn't even dispute anything. So Blaine missed a PK the last game, or it got saved her off the post, but generally she's pretty money here. Let's hope she's okay from that fall. Referee hands her the ball. So many lines in the field, sometimes we wonder which one's which.
Mm-hmm.
AK's goalie is going through the routine of checking her socks and anything she can to control the tempo here. Blaine shoots and scores. All right, that's the first goal for the Chargers. Blaine McElroy scoring on the PK, and that's at 35-19 of the second half. So that gives Chargers the 1-goal lead. Zach, in the first game of the showcase, Latin beat AK 2-0. So this is a very, very interesting game as far as the Latin Providence Day rivalry as well.
So they decided to not. Was this like a tournament showcase, or this was already scheduled?
Yeah, pre-scheduled showcase.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see the championship rematch between Providence Day and Latin.
Yep.
Later this year.
We're up to 31 people watching Queen City Mornings here on the Providence Day Sports Network.
Yes.
That's back to Grace Myers. Grace White gets it ahead. McElroy coming back. That's a nice through ball, but it goes off the back of Sanguin. And that's a quick throw forward by Abby Goldine, headed back by Blaine McElroy. And Grace White is fouled there. The key on that goal really was that Blaine was able to accelerate to the ball and into the space, and that left the defender not a lot of options. Mm-hmm. Nice ball forward for Devin McElroy towards Leah Zimmer. And that's kicked out by Maddie Vetchnik. Abby Goldine goes to McElroy. McElroy head to McElroy to another McElroy up to Zimmer. Back to Blaine. Blaine has a little space. She goes over to Jada McGrew. There's the 1v1 with Tarpley here. Tarpley steps in. Nice defense. Jada comes back, takes the ball away. That's pretty impressive speed there to go back and get that. Jada 1v1 again. Jada looking for the cross. Does a nice low cross. That deflects off. I think that might have been Tarpley again.
Mm-hmm. Still an excellent show of speed and agility by Jada McGrew.
Yeah, one thing we also mentioned is I think Taylor Suarez, who played at Christian and then AK, would be on this team, but she graduated early and is already at Florida State practicing, we think.
Is McGrew getting recruited?
Yeah, she's already committed to Florida State as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we have we have KK Hart playing at Tampa, and then we have Blaine committed to Purdue, and she was also, by the way, heavily recruited by Brown. That's the strongest team in the Ivy Leagues. And then Jada committed to Florida State.
Yeah, very, very Power 5 heavy commit.
Yep.
Roster.
Abby Goldine is pressured there. And that's the referee, linesperson was a little slow on the call there, but Abby picks it up and does a quick throw long to Leah Zimmer. Nice step in by Grace Myers, who's played well for AK. That's back to Sanguin. Sanguin trying to work her way through. Kate Cater's able to win that. Devin McElroy comes back to get it. She's pressured. Nice play with Abby Goldine. Abby left foot. Tulsa, sorry. Tampa, Tulsa. Tulsa, Tampa. It's Oklahoma.
Two different cities.
I think her either her mom or her dad or both went to Tulsa and might have played sports there. I think her mom might have been an athlete at Tulsa. Thank you for the correction, Emily Dixon, or whoever made that correction.
It was Emily.
It was Emily Dixon. Emily Dixon, one of the people tuning in to Queen City Mornings. Kelsey Hart goes down the line towards Jada McGrew.
You make it sound like we're like a radio show.
We are. This is
a regular Saturday thing.
It is a regular Saturday thing.
Yeah, we don't want these people watching Premier League mornings. This is Queen City mornings. That's forward to Blaine McElroy. Blaine goes outside to KK Hart, over to Jada McGrew. McGrew 1v1 on Tarpley again. Nice ball through to Blaine. Blaine made the nice run. She's open. Good cross towards Zimmer.
Almost.
And that was deflected off of number 5, Maddie Vetchnick, forcing Caroline McSweeney to make a save, but it actually turned out fine for the Knights. Turquoise cleated Blaine McElroy getting ready for the corner.
Yeah, still a great opportunity for the Chargers.
Nice ball in the middle. Jada McGrew heads it off the line by number 3, Anna Henkel. Cleared out by the Knights. That's going to be probably a foul on Abby Goldine. If this was Premier League mornings, we'd call that a good professional foul to prevent the break. Don't think we can say that with high school, but that's all right. Ellie Newman getting ready for the free kick here. Grace White heads it forward to Devin. A little bit of, there's been a couple times with both teams where two people have tried to play the ball at the same time, causing some confusion. KK Hart tried to get that through to Devin McElroy. It was a good idea. Pass back to the goalie. Leah Zimmer pressuring. Cleared up through the middle. Grace White battling for it. Grace White's able to force it to go outside, but that was kept in on a nice play by Mina Sanguin. Although eventually led to a Chargers throw. Headed forward, but then cleared up by Ellie Aikman. Abby Goldine is able to step in. Kelsey Hart gets up to KK Hart. KK Hart is pressured by Grace Myers. Myers has really played well for AK. To Tarpley. Clears it forward. Kate Cater gets it. Goes into space, but nobody there. The midfield was empty. Chargers ran a little bit of that in the last game with the midfield. Sometimes when we're pressing too much or we're covering back too much, we leave the midfield exposed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about too much. I should have just said a lot, pressing a lot or recovering back a lot. We can leave the midfield exposed. Part of that's also that we're playing a 2 attacking midfield, 1 holding midfield formation. Kelsey Hart's able to head that. Kate Cater has it. McElroy tries to head it towards Zimmer. Goes off Devin McElroy's head. Kept in by Kelsey Hart to KK Hart. KK Hart is 1v2. She goes back to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey Hart, long down. I guess that went all the way to Jada McGrew, but I'm not sure that was, Jada. Jada did switch sides now, and so did Tarpley. So we'll see what happens with that. Whoops, Abby overran her feet there, and it was a nice play by Mina Sanguin. She goes down the sideline.
Yeah, it's going to be out of bounds.
Zach was stepping on my cord. My head was gradually moving left here. Abby with the long throw. Grace White closes on Avery Richards. Chargers win the ball back. Kate Cater forward to KK Hart. Looking to go into space towards Devin, but great play by Anna Henkel. Again, Henkel's played very well, even though she's now left, not right. So we were correct about how AK would counter the forward switch.
Yeah, they're not putting a whole ton of pressure. They're not they're easing back on offense. The Knights, but
yeah, so far this half, Chargers have been much more dominant in terms of chances. Henkel steps in to kick it out of bounds after McElroy went around the first player. She got around Michaela Rodriguez. No, sorry, she got around Grace Myers, but Henkel stepped in. A lot of shoe tying, sock checking stuff going on during this stop. You're still going to get the ball. All right, Kelsey Hart goes down the line. Headed up by Myers. McElroy trying to win it from Henkel. She almost does. Is able to get it towards Devin McElroy. We have hands pointing in all different directions. Be the only one that mattered says AK ball.
So I'd assume somewhat soon the Knights will bring in some substitutions on the offense.
Yeah, they
ball.
They subbed a lot. First half played they subbed a lot, played quite a few players, and looks like they have 3 players ready to come in here. KK Hart goes back to Grace White. Whoops, Grace misses it. Comes back. And Brooklyn Jensen stepped in. Kate Cater goes back to Molly Deblitz. Nice, calm play by Kate Cater there. Deblitz goes outside to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey back to Kate Cater, looking back for Kelsey, but sort of mishit it a little bit. White gives it away to Sanguin.
Mm-hmm.
And KK Hart comes back and wins it. Leah Zimmer coming back to try to get it. Battles with Grace Myers. And that went back to, I believe, Maddie Vechnik. Good reversal of fields there by the Knights. Sanguin has it. She looks down the sideline for Riekman. Riekman goes forward to Richards. Richards goes back to Riekman. Good play. That's not called offsides. Stays on sides. Grace Meyer has a chance for the shot, and she scores. Yep.
What a play.
Yeah. Grace Myers has been their best player.
Absolutely.
So with 25:08, Grace Myers ties the game. Let's see if I can figure out an assist there. That's an assist for number 7, Michaela Rodriguez.
It's a good through ball.
What number is the person that scored?
17. Grace Myers had the goal. The assist was number 7, Michaela Rodriguez.
And just like that, the game is tied.
Rada Phillips checks back in for Grace White at the holding defender. That all really started off with two Chargers players running into each other again on the attempted clear. That's Kelsey Hart tries to hit Leah Zimmer on the through ball there, and that'll be a throw in for Hinkle. I think did the Knights sub their 3 people in, or did they just keep them off after that? I think they did not make the substitution.
Yeah, I can see they moved down to the bench.
1-1, 24 minutes left.
Yeah, Queen City mornings might be Queen City midday.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll play overtime in this. They should.
Upstairs needs to fix the clock. They're missing a corner for us.
All right, good throw in to Zimmer. She looked across to McGrew. Tarpley stepped in. Tarpley's played very well. Again, that's been a good 1v1 match. Kelsey Hart to KK Hart, over to Blaine McElroy. McElroy trying to go through defenders. Grace Myers is back again. Myers is battling with McElroy for it.
Oh, here we go.
They're going to call that on McElroy. Blaine's laughing. Maybe. That was actually not Blaine. That was Devin. Ron Kleekler.
Yeah, there's multiple Chargers players that wear blue cleats.
Yeah. Nice help out with KK Hart. Ellie Reekman has done a good job setting things up. Rodriguez, this is the same overlap situation that led to their goal, but they're not able to maintain possession. The Sanguine to Rodriguez on the overlap, and then the cross is what led to the AK goal.
Some really nifty passing by both of them.
That's into McGrew. She goes back to Phillips, over to Kate Cater, over to Kelsey Hart, who's got time and space. Again, Chargers use their wingbacks really well. Kelsey's trying to go all the way over to Leah Zimmer, doesn't quite get it through. Blaine McElroy wins it back to KK Hart, back to Blaine McElroy, and then Anna Hinkle clears it. Kate Cater steps in. Oh, and that falls. Tarpley missed it. That falls to McGrew.
Yep.
McGrew is knocked down. And I think they're going to call a PK. They're going to check and see if she's okay, too. I assume it's a PK. He didn't point to the spot.
Right, it was
blew
on the
whistle
shot.
right away. And he also called the trainer. He right away called the trainers on that. Yeah, I think that's going to be a PK. What happened there is Tarpley just misplayed the first ball, and that gave Jada time in the box, and then Tarpley came back and fouled her.
Yeah, so this PK will give the Chargers the opportunity to go up 1 and put the pressure back on the Knights.
Looks like Jada's got to come off because of the trainers coming on.
Yeah, so Blaine will shoot the PK.
I think the discussion there was about whether Tarpley should have been carded. Everybody on the field was ready for the PK, but the referee is not even out there yet. Jada McGrew will have to stay out until she can check back in. Blaine with her second PK of the game, same side. Although this one she
sailed over her.
Yeah, this one she went high instead of low, but the same side. So Chargers are now up 2-1, 22 minutes left. Let's see if they can lock down their defense here. Jada McGrew checks back in. She's still playing with her ankle, but she's looking like she's okay. I don't think she's going to go out. She's pretty tough.
She might already be taped.
Yeah, she may already be taped or have some kind of a brace on there.
She looks like she's taped.
That was definitely not a dive, though. The referee called the trainers on right away, and she definitely looks shaken up. back to Myers. Myers goes forward. Now, you were asking about slipperiness. Myers fell down there, and on the goal, Tarpley kind of misplayed it, which could have also been related to the wet field. Nice through ball by Blaine, looking for Jada McGrew. Good cover there by Maddie Vechnik. Blaine has it. Blaine goes forward to Leah Zimmer. Leah Zimmer, it goes over, and that shot wide. I didn't have to tell this parent to move because they moved.
Yeah, they understood after last night's banging on the window.
Yeah, we had to do
Scared
a
people.
lot of banging at umbrella-wearing patrons who were blocking our vision last night. If you want to use these, just isn't it? That has to be up like that for focus. That gives you the right angle for focus.
That explains why I couldn't see so well.
McGrew heads that back, and that's going to be a goal kick. Yeah. Have to train Zach in the proper use of my sailing binoculars.
Which oceans have you sailed with these?
Probably just Atlantic and Pacific. Actually, I'm not sure those have ever been in the Pacific.
Well, the bay is part.
Knocked down. Definitely Atlantic. I just don't know if McElroy has it.
Catamaran's in Atlantic and Santa Barbara.
In Pacific, yes, but we didn't have the binoculars there.
Handball.
All right, Blaine is fouled there by Ellie Riekman. Dangerous place for shot. She's going to let Jada take it. Jada has a cannon. Let's see if she just shoots this on goal. Some discussion about where to set the wall. They're trying to send another person back. They don't have... AK has nobody up because they're worried about Jada's shot.
Yeah, she's in legitimate position.
They better turn. If she hits them, she's going to take them out.
Yeah.
Let's see what Dudley says.
There's some discussion on the sideline.
Yeah. No.
Right to Devin wasn't ready.
Everyone
Lack
else
of
was
communication.
expecting a shot.
I believe that was called by the coaches, but either Devin missed the call or just didn't react fast enough. Quick substitution here. That's Liv Kiefer going in for Mina Sanguin. Leah Zimmer trying to win that. Henkel clears it forward. Kelsey Hart deflects it back to Brooklyn Jensen. She goes forward to KK Hart. Nice ball from KK Hart. That was looking for Ray to Phillips.
Yes, another slip up by...
Yeah, it's interesting. The field's almost acting slipperier now than it did earlier.
Slipperier than it was last night.
Jada McGrew, nice ball to Abby Goldine. Again, the wingbacks from the Chargers providing pressure.
That's off on... That's going to be a kick.
They're going to call a free kick. They're going to say that she was
pushed.
Yeah. Ellie Riekman wasn't real happy with that call. Abby tried to gain some space. Keep going backwards, Abby. Keep going. That looks good. Okay. This is effectively a corner. Only difference being that Goldine's taking it, not McElroy. Nice ball.
Hi, Archie.
Dangerous ball off the crossbar. Chargers trying to get the rebound. Cleared out by Henkel again. Henkel's played very well. Cater heads it back up forward. Rada Phillips heads it up forward. Schwoid's playing McElroy. Blaine goes back to Kelsey Hart. Kelsey's got pressure. She goes back to Kate Cater.
Ooh.
Kind of a lucky bounce there to Brooklyn Jensen. Over to Goldine. Goldine has time. Goldine able to get up towards KK Hart, but a little far there. Hart steps in, blocks the clear by Tarpley. Gets by Tarpley. Hart driving inline. I don't know what they're going to call a goal kick here.
Yeah.
KK didn't like that goal kick call, but...
Both were fighting for the ball.
Yeah. And I think she got a little conversation from the referee about how she kicked the ball out of bounds afterwards. Grace Barker checks in for AK by putting Barker in. That moves one of the defenders up front. Moves Henkel to the middle. And it moves Ellie Newman more up into the midfield here. So
Jada shifted
over. And then Jada shifted over. So Tarpley's following her. Oh, foul called on Kate Cater. So I think it'll be interesting here whether how organized, because Jade is in the middle right now, they've got Tarpley playing as if she's the center defender. Be interesting about the organization here. Cleared out by Brooklyn Jensen.
It's close there.
Of course, there won't be any question about organization if the Chargers can't put pressure on again.
Mm-hmm.
Nice play by Brooklyn Jensen. Headed up towards Hinkle.
That's out on Hinkle, it looks. No?
They call it off of Blaine.
Mine.
I would have moved that extra ball out of the way, but okay. Rodriguez has it. Tries to cross. A lot of, it's going to be out of bounds.
Ball.
Yep.
Yeah, certainly Chargers have been more aggressive. They've got 5 shots this half, I believe. 2 goals.
Abby goes forward. Blaine is knocked down.
Yeah, a lot of falling down today.
Blaine takes a lot of knocks, but she usually gets up smiling. Forward to Abby Goldine. Abby tries to go forward to Leah Zimmer, knocked out of bounds. Coach Cater with the quick ball boy thing to get the ball in. And that goes out of bounds. That was off the defender, so that'll be Blaine McElray coming over to take the corner. So you think Blaine's got a piece of tape on her left hip? Presumably more of a Band-Aid than anything.
I don't know, I can't tell.
What I meant was because of a scratch or bruise. Blaine's corner goes all the way through everybody, and that'll be a throw-in on the far side for AK. Usually Chargers pack the back post, so it's unusual for there not to be anybody there.
It's a tough throw-in.
Yep. That's going to be a foul called on Devin, I think. Long kick up in the middle, looking for Newman, falls through. Jensen's able to clear it forward. Zimmer is trying to hold it. Zimmer is able to. She goes outside toward KK Hart, tries to get through, but well defended. And Blaine McElroy goes up to Abby Goldine again. Abby 1v2. Goes out of bounds off of her, but she's got to recover fast. She does recover fast.
Oh,
the ball's down the sideline again.
That's going to be a foot
Molly
race.
Deblitz is going to come out and get that, even though we have a fan standing in the way. I could tell Molly came out and got that. Kate Cater, that's not usually, we don't usually want to go to the middle there.
Yeah.
That was dangerous.
3-on-2 break.
Cater comes back. Cater's on Rodriguez there. Still dangerous. Abby Goldine wins it and clears it. Jada McGrew is there. Here we go. Jada McGrew 1v1 on Tarpley again.
Now it's a 1v3. A 1v4.
Uses her space. 1v4. She's in the box. Able to cut back. Shot blocked by number 5, Maddie Vechnik. Shoots again off the crossbar. Leah Zimmer is there. Good presence of mind by Leah to knock it down. She goes back to Jada again. Jada goes outside towards Devin McElroy. Devin left foot. Deflected wide by the AK goalie, Caroline McSweeney. Wasn't 100% sure that was on goal, but that was a good save. Jada's hit the crossbar now in every game we've watched her, I think.
Wow.
She definitely has a cannon.
She almost single-handedly outran and out-juked those forward players.
More people at the back post this time. Falls down. Eventually it fell to McGrew. Zimmer trying to get it. Cleared off the end line there. Good defensive. Are we back? I don't know.
Yes.
All right, we're back.
Sorry.
Zach was so excited he stepped on the power switch.
Yes.
All right. In the meantime, it'll be a goal kick for the Knights.
And Alex, I mean, you missed a shot by Jada.
Jada took a shot on that, okay. We were too busy scrambling to hit the power switch. Grace White comes back in for Rada Phillips. They've been trading off at the holding midfield. And coming back in for the Knights is Avery Richards for number 9, Kiana Rodriguez. Richards has played well up front for AK today.
Got just over 11 minutes to go in regulation.
Headed forward by KK Hart, headed back forward, and that's a long ball. It's going to go all the way to Molly Deblitz. She starts to pick it up and just throws it over to Brooklyn Jensen. Jensen goes outside to Goldine.
Oh.
Abby not able, tries to go around a player, not able to keep it in, and then Henkel coming up to take the throw.
Yeah, AK's pressing a little.
Should we go ask this guy to move to the other side?
Would you like me to?
Sure. I don't care about him standing there. You just got to be on the other side. Both of them do. Not that there's two. Oops.
Good chance.
It's going to be a foul call. It's going to be a free kick for AK, top right outside the box. That's going to be a dangerous free kick. Foul called by Kate Cater and A.B. Richards. Kate was
we can
Kate
see
was talking.
those people are moving. Oh, nice wave. Props to Miss Dixon.
Yep, clearing our viewing area.
It's quick.
All right, I think this is Michaela Rodriguez setting up here. Her hair is covering her number, but I'm pretty sure that's her. Dangerous position here for the
number
Knights.
7.
Just under 10 minutes left. She shoots, deflected by the wall. Wall did its job, and Kelsey Hartz clears it out of bounds. I think the linesman knocked that down. The linesmen aren't supposed to do that, but whatever. I can tell you an Eric Johnson story about that sometime.
Far out.
Henkel with the cross. Deblitz is there. Good cross, good control by Deblitz. Problem is the linesmen are never supposed to touch those because if they don't do it equally for both teams, then it's a questionable call. We have the referee called that Chargers ball after some confusion. The linesman, I don't think, didn't make the call until after the referee did. Nice ball through. That's dangerous.
3-on-3.
Playing back and away, coming back.
Ooh.
They're going to call another foul on the Chargers for another free kick, same place. Let's all set up in the same place, everybody. Rodriguez is coming over to take it. You don't want to give people too many chances from the same place.
Learn from their mistakes.
Blaine was trying to cover there, and I think the defender coming out would have been able to stop her, but all three bodies came together.
Well, this one's big for the Knights with just 8 minutes to go in regulation.
Off, deflected, off again. Molly Deblitz comes out and get it. Great play by Molly. That was a really good defensive play by Abby Goldine, who I think got hit in the face. Yeah, she's holding, but she did a nice job muscling the potential goal scorer off. Yeah, Abby was holding her jaw. We may see some ice on it, or it might look black and blue at the spring dance tonight. Ball goes through. Abby's trying to, Abby does a nice job shielding and wins a throw for the Chargers. 7.5 minutes left.
Are these the same refs from the last game that had to...
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
It's certainly not the same lines person. I don't know if it's the same center ref or not. Gabrielle Rivera is the center ref. Nice long throw by Abby. Kicked out of bounds by AK. Leah Zimmer leaves the ball for Abby. We have 40 people watching Queen City Mornings here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 40 sets, maybe more people than that. Leah Zimmer tries to cross that in the middle, but nobody was there. Not quite sure where we were. Grace White goes back to Jensen. Jensen goes forward looking for Zimmer. Henkel steps up. Really nice play by Henkel. Good ball forward. Now Henkel's going down the sideline again. Goldine goes over to pressure. Henkel goes to the middle. Good battle. Goldine takes it away from her. Goes back to Kate Cater. Kate tries to go through. That falls to Blaine. Blaine goes over into space, and Jade is able to run into that space. And now we have Jade at 1v1. She's looking for Devin. Nice ball for Devin McElroy, who is onside. Goalie stays in, and that should be a corner. Now they're going to say that was off of Devin. She's not happy with the call, but they're calling a goal kick. Checking back in for AK is captain number 11, Maddie Montgomery.
Meg Filoon asks, who is cooking the burgers this morning? I guess nobody.
The biscuit run this morning.
Oh, I already had so the good thing about running races, you get free like biscuit stuff. So they gave a free card for like a Chick-fil-A biscuit. So I got
We'll
one.
tell her she missed the biscuit run.
Next year, I'm going to be doing the Krispy Kreme 12 dozen at Raleigh, the challenge, 2.5 miles downhill to Krispy Kreme. You got an hour, and you eat 12 donuts, and you go back up.
They called a foul on Blaine McElroy there. Blaine
Oh, really?
Blaine is questioning the call. Grace Myers was holding her face. Blaine didn't think there should have been a call. But either way, long ball forward. That actually turned out to be a really dangerous shot.
Yeah.
I think that was Rodriguez. Deblitz has it, looking for some space.
Ooh. Not.
She punts it this way. She doesn't punt often. Abby Goldine steps in. Abby looking, that's a nice ball.
Yeah,
Jada McGrew is onside. See if she can get the shot off. She does.
And scores.
That's an assist by Abby Goldine on a beautiful ball and a great goal by Jada.
McGrew's goal adds a cushion to Providence Day's lead. Just under 5 minutes to go in regulation.
Let's see where this particular roster, for some reason, I'm spacing out on where the names are. So that was at 4:43. So with 4:43 left, Abby Goldine on the great through ball to Jada McGrew, and that gives the Chargers probably enough of a cushion to relax a little bit with 4:43 left. 2-goal leads in soccer are sometimes the most dangerous leads, but with 4:43 left, it's a lot better than a 1-goal lead.
There was a game last year, or a boys' game that was 3-1, and then it was 3-2, and we almost, There's been several instances of close calls.
AK's coach is discussing with the referee something in the build-up to that, but that was a great pass by Abby Goldine. Great step in by Abby to win the ball, and then great long diagonal pass where Jada was onside and able to run into space. All right, there's the kickoff. Myers goes long. Kelsey Hart heads it forward to KK Hart, back outside toward Kelsey Hart. Kelsey has space, goes forward to Jada McGrew, back to Kelsey Hart, up, deflected, and good defense. Kate Cater clears it forward. Jada's 50 yards away from the ball and is able to close it fast enough to force the throw-in, force them to clear it out for a throw-in. Nice. That's a great, smart play there by Jada. Great hustle play, but also a play that wins the Chargers time and space with 4 minutes left. Kelsey goes into Devin. That's knocked out of bounds by Grace Myers. Grace Myers and Abby Goldine, I'll have to compare notes on their being hit in the face here. See if they have matching bruises. Kelsey goes into KK. KK turns. KK driving the end line, and that's kicked out of bounds by Newman. Ellie Newman has gone from the back to the front to try to provide more offensive firepower for the Chargers. Kelsey Hart had to run behind the jumping mat to find the ball. Ball's into Blaine, won by Avery Richards, but kicked out of bounds again, and that almost looked like it was going in the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Photographer on the far side kicks it over. They're stopping the clock because of the delaying.
Yeah, so we're right at 3 minutes.
Flipped forward, kicked out of bounds, and that's going to be an AK throw, but right there, that's good potential pressure here from the Chargers. They're having some discussion about how to mark it.
Oh, they're letting them step up.
It falls to KK Hart, looking for Jada McGrew. Abby Goldine's making a run on this side. She looks over for Abby. Abby tries to cross in the middle, deflects off an AK defender, falls to KK Hart. KK Hart's able to turn and takes that's a good long shot there.
Mm-hmm.
A little more than 2 minutes left. I think Meg Falloon is our most loyal stream watcher. She commented last night as well, I believe. Jada forward to Leah Zimmer. Leah with a nice cross.
So close.
Yeah, it was a well-played ball. Chargers just weren't in the right place there. Tarpley clears it. Spinning ball. It's going to spin funny. It does. Spins outside. Kelsey Hart's able to clear it up to Devin. And then kicked out of bounds by Grace Barker, freshman defender.
Yeah, that ball got kicked all the way to the woods. You can still see it.
That's into Blaine. Blaine trying to turn. Blaine still controlling it. Goes back to KK Hart. KK tries to cross it. Goes off an AK defender. Tries to clear it, but it comes back to Blaine. Blaine tries to cross it to Devin. Devin's shot is just wide.
Yeah, so this is now or never for AK.
Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute left. So we started this game as part of our preview talking about how AK lost to Charlotte Latin 2-0 on Thursday in the first part of the Classic. Sorry, AK lost to Latin 2-0 in the first game of the Classic.
Okay.
And so now with this being what looks to be a 3-1, I don't want to speak too soon, but there's 44 seconds left.
Yeah, Chargers have the ball now.
And what looks to be a 3-1 Charger victory, that looks like, once again, the Latin-Providence Day rivalry should be pretty even based at least on this comparative score. Yes. Henkel does a nice job stepping in there in McGrew, but Abby Goldine steps in. Abby wins it back. Abby's still possessing it, goes back to Grace White. Grace White's looking for Devin McElroy. She gets the ball to her feet.
Yeah, we're under 10
Kelsey
seconds.
Hart. Kicked forward by Myers, headed back by Brooklyn Jensen. Brooklyn Jensen heads it up again.
And really push.
That was interesting. Rodriguez pushed Jensen in the back at the end of the game there. That was an interesting, looked like a frustration move. Did we just lose their feed? Or did it already go off? Had 2 key goals scored by Blaine McElroy on PKs, both in the second half. And Jada McGrew then scored the clinching goal off a beautiful through ball by games of the Queen City Classic that they played against Myers Park 7-1 and against AK 3-1. So good tournament for the Chargers. They will AK look also like a very strong team, so they're I envision then having a good season as well. Let's see if we can tell you when the Chargers' next game is. Give me 1 second here. So the big games, and then it'll be spring break, and then they'll play back-to-back games against the top 2 teams in South Carolina. This is a different schedule than we saw earlier. 6 p.m. and 11 a.m. is what the schedule says for those 2 games in South Carolina. All right. This is Ted Dixon signing off, along with
Zach Kahn
and Melissa Dixon on production, scoring, and keeping us in line. And so the next soccer broadcast will be on the 7th. We may have a lacrosse broadcast before that. I'm not sure what their schedule is next week. Thanks to the Queen City Showcase, and remember that all of the proceeds in this are going to the U.S. Soccer Passback Program. Have a great weekend.